In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about an inspirational evil overlord, getting heavy metal life lessons, and wanting to play Thrash Force, either the RPG or the video game, in our discussion of Thrash Force by Raj Sidhu. Thrash Force! I can't not say it that way. I'm sorry, everyone.
Don't apologise because Thrash Force!
Thrash Force
must be said in all caps, and you can throw the horns if you want, or it's gotta be heavy metal.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about young adult and new adult, and sometimes other, like this one, middle grade, hey, books, series, authors, voice actors, and illustrators that is full of spoilers. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire. And today we're going to discuss Thrash Force by Raj Sidhu.
Standard disclaimer. If you haven't read this book, I mean, it's almost brand new. It's only barely 2 months old. 1 month old?
But still do it.
1 month old.
Go do it.
Do it. Do it. Go do it right now. But remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read it and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read the book. Then come back. If you haven't done this, we want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just like the show so much that you don't care about any of that, then listen up. Thrash Force!
Sorry. Yeah! I'm in a Wild Stallions t-shirt today because heavy metal, dude!
Yeah.
And I feel like it honours Jasper, who everybody will find out about soon if they have not read the book.
Yes. My shirt just says I could be meaner, which is true.
That's very Doomface.
It is Doomface! You're right! Oh. Before we talk about Jasper and Doomface, though, we got a couple of other things that we got to get through.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a lot of background info, because this is Raj's debut. But I do have an initial thought that, really, I just want to give a shout-out to Raj's publicist, Heather Huzovic, because she reached out just on a whim, I guess, trying to get us to read this book, and I was like, yes, sold immediately. Please tell me all the things. So we've been emailing back and forth for a really long time now, and you know what? Heather's just great. So Heather, if you're listening to this, you're amazing. Thank you.
She's instant level 20.
She is. She definitely is.
Instant level 20.
But you know what? It just makes me think. I'm really curious how people find us sometimes.
Yeah,
because we get emails from publishers and publicists all the time.
Yeah,
it's constant, and I love it.
Yeah,
we've made really great friends, and we've found fantastic books. So, thank you, everyone. Please always share things with us. fictionalhangover@gmail.com.
Or check out the website, fictionalhangover.com, and you can also contact us through there.
Yeah, and on social media, at Fictional Hangover, everywhere.
You know the website's really full of, like, stuff. Like, the episodes, all the summaries, bonus episodes, new and indie spotlights.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff there.
There's links to all the community things, including the Discord. So, yeah, you should...
Also, links to our
Amanda
shop.
puts a lot of hard work into it.
I do.
So go to the website, check it out, and then contact us via the website and say how much hard work it shines through.
Thank you for that. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate all the work that you put in for it.
Thank you.
But I also want to say, initial thought-wise as well, I think middle grade books are going through this kind of like massive like research of brilliance.
Yes.
There's so many.
Renaissance.
A renaissance of middle grade.
Middle grade
for middle age.
Yes.
And I mean, I have a reader. My child is middle grade reading, so I'm getting pushed a lot of books from him. And he has read this and freaking adores it. So it's now in the Easter Family Book Club.
I told you that he would. I told you he would love it.
Yeah, and I know the hubby's going to love it as well. But I think I wouldn't mind covering more middle grade books. We cover middle grade when it comes to graphic novels a lot of the time, but I'm thinking some middle grade books need to come in here.
Well, we also did Brick, Dust and Bones.
Yes, and they are some of my books of the year. Yeah, and they're family favourites as well. So I'm thinking, middle grade's gonna be hitting our schedule a little bit more, to the point where I have already took it upon myself to go into our 2026 theme planner and put a month of middle grade mayhem.
Was it because of that list that I sent you?
I may have also just attached the link to that list that you sent me, because damn, there's so many good middle grade books on that list.
So many good middle grade books. And then I accidentally read one of the graphic novels, and then we're accidentally going to cover it next month.
Oops.
Anyway.
But yeah, just going to say, because we've expanded from YA into the adult realm and graphic realm, and let's dive a bit more into the middle grade as well.
Yeah, I agree. Always
Cool.
good treasures. All over the
Lovely
place.
Treasures.
Yes.
So nice treasures.
All right, let's do this. Thrash Force! 7th grader Riley Singh did not know that today, trimester report card day, was going to be so terrible. Yeah, he knew that his report card was going to be bad, but he didn't know it was going to be this bad. He knew he should have been studying instead of playing on his phone so much, or goofing around with his friends, or smarting off to his teachers. Though, to be fair, Mr. Johnson, his homeroom teacher, kinda deserved it. That guy seems like a...
He is a jerk. He is a grade A jerk.
He is a grade A jerk. The A- in technology is great. The B- in art is fine. The C's in history and English, not the worst. The D in science, okay, that's bad. And so is the F in pre-algebra. Luckily, he's got that A in technology, which allows him to forge a new report card to show his parents, who will ship him off to boarding school in India if he does not get good grades. Sure, forging doesn't actually fix anything. He's still failing, but his parents won't know yet. Next trimester will be better, for sure. Unfortunately, report card day is about to get a whole lot worse.
Oh no. Well, you know what? I would argue on Riley's behalf that his B- in art should just be a B or B+ for all the creativity he's put into that brand new report card.
Yes, he should get a bonus for that. That's bonus points.
Does that extra credit?
Yes.
For forgery?
Yes, it is.
Well, on Riley's way to the library to meet up with his friends Simon, Georgie and Jasper, Riley remembers back in 3rd grade when Simon taught them how to play Dungeon Brawl. Obviously, it's the best thing in the world, since they've been meeting every week since then to play. Just before 7th grade started, Riley's paladin, Phenomenal,
Claire!
Phenomenal. I like Phenomenal.
Phenomenal!
Phenomena. Phenomena. Defeated the Shadowlord with the help of his tough friend Georgie's orcish barbarian Duma and Georgie's little brother Jasper's golden retriever called Jasper.
Of course it is.
That's so precious. Today's round is going to change everything.
They share food, left over from lunch, gross, and explain their new characters before Simon reveals the big bad for this session. Jasper has created Jasper, the tiny green heavy metal goblin bard. Georgie has a blue moon elf shapeshifter, and Riley has a red demonic infernal sorcerer. But he forgot to list all his starter spells because he got distracted by watching anime. Oh well, he'll figure it out. Just like he'll figure out his grades and a way to not get shipped off to India. Characters declared, Simon introduces the big bad in the land of Mordria, Doomface the Necromancer, which cracks everyone up. Us too. Unfortunately, they don't realize that there are two people listening in on their game. The first is Magnus Belfry, who absolutely hates Riley. And the second is Doomface, the Psycho Necromancer.
Doomface, the Necromancer, is bored. He conquered every hero and every realm, and now he sits listlessly on his throne of skulls, longing for a new hero to defeat. Sounds like Amanda.
It does! It does sound like me, in a castle of pain on a throne of blood.
Yes.
Wait, that's Vigo. That's Vigo from Ghostbusters.
That's your ball. Malt, his tiny assistant, suggests he go outside for a walk and stop staring at the mirror of alternate realities where Doomface has just seen mere children mocking his name. Instead, Doomface decides to use his great and terrible magic to transform the children into the warriors they are describing and then fight them. Yes, it's a brilliant plan!
Magnus, meanwhile, plots destroying the library and blaming it on Riley and his friends. He's the assistant to the assistant principal, so he can do whatever he wants, and dreams of being back in the Salem witch trial days and lying about everyone he hates being witches. He's obviously terrible. After a brief pause where Riley learns the report cards have also been mailed home, yikes, the friends continue setting up their dungeon brawl game, Simon narrating as a minotaur. Magnus then throws Riley's burrito and spills soda all over the table and then starts recording them. That's when the giant green evil doorway appears and the tentacles come out. Yeah. Magnus bonks into a bookshelf and passes out, while Riley, Simon, Georgie, and Jasper are dragged through the doorway by the tentacles.
Sounds heavy metal. The friends wake up in a mysterious new place and discover that they have each become their dungeon brawl characters. They must be in Mordria. They are then greeted by Doomface the Necromancer, who immediately turns Georgie into a pile of worms and back, and then threatens to kill them all. But they're way too weak to be entertaining. Doomface tells them he will leave them alone until they are strong enough for a fun fight and directs them to find him in his castle when they are ready. Then he transforms into a dragon and flies off. Magnus, meanwhile, has also been transformed into a tiny weaselly rat creature called a Squeal and wants to join forces with Doomface. So he listens in on the group's plans as they try to figure out what the heck is going on. What is going on? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Tell you what's going on here. My ear fell off.
Their plans of figuring out what the heckin' heck to do are cut short by a nightmare who has just been powered up by the flying away dragon Doomface. They each use their powers on the rusty but strong knight, Georgie turning into a wolf, Jasper shredding ice magic from his cherry red axe, Riley creating rune magic fireball, and finally Simon, who is the storyteller and not a fighter, charging in and smashing the nightmare's helmet with his hammer.
Nice. After this fight, everyone feels pumped up, except for Riley, who realises that they're all probably going to die here, and that he needs to be on my 8 to stop his parents from seeing his report card. Ooh. It is at this point thanks to Georgie's watch and all the pre-algebra skills that they actually have if they were only tested on them practically, that they realise time moves 100 times more slowly here, which means Riley has about 16 days to defeat Doomface and make it home. They look around and find the twinkling lights of a village nearby, so they head that way. Maybe there will be a magical weapon that will help them, or better yet, a kooky wizard who can send them home.
They trek through the Mordria wilderness, getting attacked by squirrels, until they finally decide they need to make camp and rest. All through their walk, Riley worries about being sent to India because he's not a good, smart kid anymore like he was when he was younger. They all complain about being exhausted and not having any energy, and it's all because of the mechanics of the game. They need to rest and level up. Riley takes first watch as they lay around a campfire and asks the stars for help.
And the answer... Oh, no, that's not the stars. That's an infernal speaking to Riley from the fire. Oh, easily confused.
Oh, okay.
This infernal is King Barbarous of the 6th Realm, and he offers to help Riley and his friends get back home if only Riley will collect a blue rock from the village that they're heading toward. He also says he will destroy Doomface, which is, a good thing. Riley assumes that Barbarous actually wants his soul, but he assures him that he only wants the blue rock. He gives Riley an amulet to wear that will help him locate the blue rock, which, seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. I don't know if I trust King Barbarous.
No, I wouldn't necessarily trust an Infernal King. I would also ask more questions.
Yeah. But Riley is also an Infernal, so, maybe it's fine?
Let's find out.
The next morning, Riley and his friends wake up. They were definitely not dreaming and are definitely still in Mordria. Riley doesn't mention his meeting with Barbarous or the amulet he was given, or the fact that he has to find the blood rock, and they tromp off toward the village of Grimsburg. When they arrive hours later, they find the village looking very deserted. They come across a tavern, and absolutely starving, they head inside. Unfortunately, head inside is exactly what they find. Heads, or actually skulls, are flying around everywhere.
Yay, flying skulls!
We should have saved this one for next month.
Damn it. The friends manage to defeat all the skulls and are raucously applauded by the townsfolk, who celebrate them with piles and piles of delicious food. Then they tell them horrible tales of woe involving corpses of the long dead tormenting them for years and years, and ask the friends to save their town. Riley asks if there is a wizard who could aid them, still hoping for someone to magic them home, and they learn about the statue of the wizard called Tordlin, who, if you tickle just right, might grant you a wish. And
Nah. No.
Weird.
No.
That doesn't seem to be working for the townsfolk. So, thinking they'll be able to level up, score some gold, and maybe find the blood rock, they agree to help. When asked what the travelling group of heroes is called, Jasper wails on his guitar and names their group Thrash Force!
Doomface, meanwhile, is watching the exploits of the Thrash Force unfold on his mirror of alternate realities while eating lots of snacks. Yes, I am Doomface. His binge watching is interrupted just as Riley is talking to Barbarous, and when the mirror works again, the group is sleeping soundly. He continues watching and sees them in Grimsburg, but then his binge watching is interrupted again by Molt carrying a squeal in a cage. It seems that Magnus has made it to Doomface. Magnus tells Doomface that he hates Riley and his friends, and then he tells him all about the Bloodrock and Barbarous. Doomface wants to attack immediately, but Molt reminds his master that the leaders of the realms do not fight each other outright, but use pawns to fight instead. Doomface, thinking this is his own idea, that's not me so much, uses Magnus as his pawn, but transforms him into something other than a squeal.
The celebratory feast finally winds down, and Thrash Force, with lots of villager quests line up, heads to rooms above the tavern to rest. Riley enjoys a nice hot bath, practices his other lesser magics, telekinesis and illusion in addition to his fire, and then snuggles into bed. Unfortunately, Barbarous appears in his fireplace, telling him he's pleased with his obviously devious plan to go on quests for the townsfolk in order to find the Bloodrock. Riley's not so sure how he feels about that. Could have knocked beforehand, it's just rude interrupting you.
You're gonna knock on the fire, though? I don't know if he would hear it.
Well, I just think it's a bit rude. What was if Riley was getting ready?
Yeah, hello? Hello?
No, 2 seconds, I'll just get a towel on.
After a very dreadful attempt at defeating a poltergeist that led to lots of property destruction, Thrash Force realizes they have no idea what they're doing. Simon begins teaching them the intricacies of Dungeon Brawl, which to Riley feels more like studying. They take on lots of small quests, barely worth any experience points, in which Riley looks for the Bloodrock and doesn't actually help at all, though it is pleasing to Barbarous, who checks in nightly. Finally, they take on a quest to find a missing cat, who is actually trapped by a monster made of bones of the owner's former pets. The Death Rattler knocks out all of Riley's friends, and he actually has to think about what he's doing and how to use his magic to successfully defeat the creature. And he does! It turns out, actually trying makes a difference. And it makes him feel good about himself, too.
Who knew? This surge in self-confidence makes Riley wonder if they shouldn't just stay in Mordia and a little longer. If he is able to level up really, if that's a thing here, he could learn teleportation spells and send them home anytime he wanted. The friends take a day off from questing and shop for new armour and accessories and food, which boosts Riley's confidence even more, especially when a cute golden-haired elven girl named Myra gives him a necklace of flowers. Riley has had a bit of a crush on this girl since their first win and the celebration in the tavern. Throughout this amazing day, Riley has noticed that Simon might be keeping secrets, but hey, Riley's got a few secrets of his own, so surely everything will be fine.
Everything is not fine.
Oh.
When an elf from a town 50 miles away comes into the tavern seeking Thrash Force's help with a night witch called Hagatha, Simon crashes everyone's excitement when he tells his friends that they are not high enough leveled to fight the witch because they haven't been leveling up at all. He's been trying to figure out why and has come up with nothing other than the fact that the rules of Dragon Ball, I said. Dragon Ball is not the same.
That is a completely different
thing. Completely different thing. See, maybe I'm Riley and I'm obsessed with anime. He's been trying to figure out why and has come up with nothing other than the fact that the rules of Dungeon Brawl don't actually seem to apply here, and that fighting monsters and taking on quests isn't actually doing anything.
Riley is crushed by this revelation. He was finally feeling some self-confidence, finally feeling like he was making a difference, but all that hard work was for nothing. He thought he could save the town, maybe even save Mordria, but no. He leaves the tavern and uses the amulet to start looking for the Bloodrock again, hoping to ignore Barbarous for the past several days. Wouldn't matter if he found the stone. His friends come out looking for him, and as they approach the fountain and the statue of Tordlin, the wizard, a little old man, appears.
The little old man, who they've seen before around the statue, is, of course, Todlin himself. He tells them the story of his success many years ago, how he was a middling and not evil necromancer who used his powers to heal instead of summoning armies of the dead to smite his enemies. One day, a giant appeared, and Todlin tried to fight him, but then a meteor crashed from the sky, defeating the giant. Todlin receiving the credit for summoning the meteor, and stories about him grew and grew. He knew they weren't true, though.
Todlin searched the crater and discovered the meteor was a blood rock, the heart of a god, and learned that it amplified the powers of whoever touched it, making them a god. Eventually, in weakness, he touched the stone and accidentally used his new and immense power to raise all the corpses surrounding the village, and they've been attacking ever since.
Wah, wah.
Now that Thrash Force has destroyed most of the evil in town, Todlin wants them to destroy the Blood Rock too. Everyone agrees, even Riley, who was meant to be finding the stone for Barbarous the entire time. He knows he can't give Barbarous the power of a god. But what if he uses the power for himself? He could save the entirety of Mordria and send his friends back home.
To find the Blood Rock, they have to tickle the statue of Todlin, of course.
So weird.
But they have to tickle his funny bone? His humorous?
I would have gone for his big toe.
Doing so opens a secret tunnel in the fountain full of booby traps, but they eventually make it safely through and find a door that conceals the stone. Todlin tells Riley to say a spell, and the door magically opens, revealing the skeleton of the giant that Todlin supposedly slew all those years ago. It's supposed to protect the stone and be friendly with Todlin, but it is not friendly with Thrash Force at all.
Oh no. Georgie transforms into a falcon instead of her usual wolf form and attacks the giant's eyes while Jasper plays electric melodies on his guitar. Simon enters his bloodlust mode and Riley attacks with fire. Unfortunately, they just make the giant angry, but at least Simon is able to knock a hole in the giant's middle. Inside, Riley sees the blood rock pulsing like a heart. He uses his lesser illusion magic to transform himself into Todlin, so the giant stops fighting. Riley then uses lesser telekinesis to pull the blood rock out of the giant's chest. He looks to his master and asks if he can finally sleep now. Yes, giant, you can.
Aww.
Aww.
As they celebrate retrieving the blood rock, it whispers to Riley to use it to save his friends. He asks Todlin how to do that instead of saying the magic words to destroy it, and he says he supposes you just have to believe in it, but really, shouldn't they be destroying it instead? Before either of those things can happen, Barbarous rises, laughing from the corpse of the giant.
Everyone is shocked by Barbarous's appearance and even more shocked that Riley has been working for him the entire time, even if it was just to help them get home. Now Riley realises that he's only ever wanted to take the easy way out. He faked a report card instead of telling his parents the truth. He tried to find the blood rock so Barbarous would take them home instead of really trying to help everyone in town and level up enough to defeat Doomface. He still kind of wants to give the blood rock to Barbarous so he will defeat Doomface instead. Luckily, Georgie steals the blood rock and says the magic words to destroy it. But unluckily, nothing happens, and Riley lesser telekinesis it right back. Barbarous knows that deep down, Riley just wants to do the right thing and save his friends. But what is the right thing?
At that moment, Georgie hears screaming from the townsfolk outside of the cavern and rushes out to help them, followed by Simon and Jasper. Eventually, Riley goes too, after telling Barbarous that he can never have the stone. When Riley makes it out, he finds the village in a shambles and his friends, old and new, being held captive by minions of Doomface. And then Magnus Belfry shows his face. Magnus clearly hates Riley and his friends and uses his powerful magic gifted to him by Doomface to torture them and set the town on fire. Thrash Force unable to do anything to help. And then, to make things worse, Barbarous rises from the flames of the tavern.
Riley, looking around at all the destruction, finally knows what to do. He uses the blood rock. Power erupts around Riley and transforms him into a huge, terrifying infernal with giant, leathery wings and massive horns. He holds the stone above his head and, instead of using a crazy powerful spell that he now knows because the blue rock gave him all the knowledge an infernal can have, he uses his original lesser fireball to destroy the stone. It's still more powerful than it would have been if he hadn't transformed, but he refuses to be like Torden and let his magic get out of control. The stone breaks into 4 pieces and falls to the ground, and so does Riley. Falls to the ground, not breaks into 4
He does not break into 4 pieces, no.
No, he is still 1 piece.
Yes. And when he wakes up, 1 piece, only a few seconds later, things are still bad. Barbarous is furious, but Riley banishes him, unfortunately, making a new enemy for life. Great.
Yay.
Magnus then attacks Riley over and over again with lightning magic, furious that Riley destroyed the stone, ruining his chances of giving it to Doomface and becoming his second in command. Riley tries to plead with Magnus, asking him to join Thrash Force instead and help them defeat Doomface, but Magnus gets even angrier. Now, Riley wants to be friends after years and years of Magnus trying to join their friend group and them laughing at him and bullying him? No way.
Magnus attacks even harder, so Riley tries to get him to leave the town and his friends alone and only fight him instead, but that just makes things worse. When Magnus attacks the little old man with a missing cat, Riley uses the last of his fire magic to save him, but miraculously, the last bit of effort must have earned him and his friends enough experience points to finally reach level 2. Yes! All of their powers restored and even more added. Thrash Force breaks free from their captives and fights back. Riley shooting a lightning bolt at Magnus. Shockingly, this seems to cause him to disintegrate. Riley rushes over, begging Magnus not to be dead, and instead finds that he has become a squeal and scuttles away.
Doomface, meanwhile, watching from his mirror of alternate realities, is enjoying himself immensely. Even though Molt tries to warn him about the kids doubling their power in just 2 weeks and that they'll be coming for him eventually, Doomface just laughs and laughs. He has enjoyed the antics of these transformed humans, watching them bicker with each other and absolutely decimate the ridiculous Squeal Boy. He was getting so bored with the mundanities of Mordria, and these kids gave him exactly what he wanted, more or less.
Are you not entertained? Back in Grimsburg, Riley and his friends look around at the destruction, but realise that the townsfolk aren't upset at all. Instead, they're ecstatic. Their village is saved. It's saved.
It's saved.
The friends talk about what happened and why they only just now leveled up, and Riley finally has to confess everything. Not only was he terrified of being shipped off to a boarding school for failing algebra, he was afraid of failing at life in general and losing his friends, and just decided not to tell them anything important because if he did, it would make everything real. He didn't tell them about Barbarous for that reason, and he also didn't tell them that he was only halfway doing any of the quests so he could try and find the Blue Rock, meaning they weren't actually gaining many experience points at all for all of their quests. Luckily, Riley's friends are his friends, not because of how smart he is, but because they actually like him, which is a great feeling to have.
It really is. It's then, just as everyone thinks everything is wrapping up, that Doomface appears.
Yay! No!
He tells Thrash Force that they gave him the fight he was looking for even if he wasn't involved, and that he keeps his promises. He then creates a door for them back to their own world. Before they leave, Riley makes a deal with the Psycho-Necromancer that they'll come back once a week to fight more minions for his enjoyment, and maybe one day they'll give him the fight he so desperately wants.
Back in the real world, only a few hours have passed, just like they thought. Riley rushes home and tells his parents about his failing grades and how he wants to do better, and of course, they don't ship him off to boarding school. Riley buckles down in his schoolwork and asks for help from his teachers and for extra credit, and really does try to study more. Asking for help is hard, but he feels much better about himself and is much more confident. Now, on Saturday in the library, after studying of course, Riley and Thrash Force open the door to Mordria and another adventure and ask Magnus if he's there, lurking, to join them if he wants. Right, should we go on a quick dungeon crawl? Level up, come back.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm Kat Ellis, author of weird and creepy young adult books like Harrow Lake and Wicked Little Deeds, or Burden Falls as it's known in the US. My next YA horror, The Devouring Light, comes out right in time for Halloween. In it, rivals Hayden and Deacon and their bands are stranded in a deadly swamp on their way to a rock festival, and they think missing the gig is the worst thing that's going to happen to them this weekend. It's not. Marooned with a broken-down bus and no way out of the swamp, they spot an old house where they can hole up until help comes. But the house has been waiting for them, and it knows help isn't coming. As secrets are revealed and bodies pile up, Hayden starts to lose her grip on reality. Can the house make good on its promise to make all her dreams come true? And can Hayden afford the deadly cost? I hope you'll add The Devouring Light to your Halloween reading list. It's available to pre-order now, and you can request it on NetGalley.
This book was so much fun.
Oh my god, it was ridiculous. I loved it.
It was so good. There were so many life lessons in this one, especially for middle schoolers, and there was so much ridiculousness. It was amazing.
No, morals!
No, it was so good. And also it had illustrations, and they were fantastic.
Yes, I very much enjoyed the illustrations as well.
So good. Such a cute book.
It is. It really, really is. I really enjoyed it. It was so fun. I love RPGs. I watch them on YouTube. You know, I play them on occasion. You know, I'm really into that kind of thing. So this was full on, exactly my kind of middle grade book. It was just amazing. I was getting wound up by Riley not doing anything, so I'm like, dude, you're not helping the team and you're not getting any experience points. Come on, do some work.
That was a little frustrating. But you know what? He's a middle schooler.
Well, exactly. I think sometimes I did get a bit frustrated by Riley. Like, don't forge your report card. And if your parents are threatening to ship you off to boarding school in India, it's really not a threat. I don't think that's a genuine threat at all. His parents seem really nice. Like, it's a horrible threat that he doesn't realise is there.
Yeah.
But
there.
Yeah, it was easy to forget that he's a kid in a teenage body, because they do get aged up as well by Doomface.
Yes.
But yeah, I had a lot of grace for him because I do realise he is just a middle grader.
Yeah. I think I'm going to skip ahead just a smidge here, that I would be lying if I said that Doomface was not my favorite character.
Freaking love Doomface.
I love Doomface, and I appreciate the fact that he is the big bad, but there are multiple other bad guys along the way, and I don't think he's going to be that bad as the stories progress, because surely there are going to be more books in this series. Gosh, I hope so.
Oh, I really hope so as well. Doomface, for me, he might be like the ultimate bad, evil overlord, ready to kill you and turn you into one of his undead minions.
Uh-huh.
But he seemed very reasonable to me. And he was a necromancer of his word. He kept his promises.
Yeah, definitely.
And not even the good guys keep the promises.
No.
So it's a rarity. So I really enjoyed that.
He kind of reminds me, since I accidentally said Dragon Ball in the summary, he kind of reminds me of Lord Beerus. Because Lord Beerus in Dragon Ball can destroy the planet whenever he wants to. But really, he just wants to eat snacks and take a nap.
Oh my god, that is so relatable.
And so, everyone is afraid of him because he's so super powerful and can kill everyone if he wants to. But he just doesn't want to. He just wants to. He's a cat. He literally just wants to eat a snack and take a nap. And I feel like that's very Doomface. Doomface just wants to watch his stories on his mirror of alternate realities, eat delicious treats, and be entertained.
I mean, he needs a Netflix subscription.
He does.
And, he just wants to binge TV and eat snacks.
Yeah.
He's earned his retirement.
Yeah. He's defeated.
After taking over.
He's defeated everybody. Just let him sit on his throne of skulls in his castle of pain. And
eat snacks and watch TV?
Eat snacks and watch TV.
Oh my god, that's everybody's ambition, I'm quite sure. At least, in part.
If it's not, it should be.
I mean, imagine being able to say you got to that level in your career where you're at the pinnacle, you're at the peak.
Yeah.
So all that's left is to binge TV, eat snacks.
Yeah.
Wow. Doomface is really, inspirational.
He really is.
He's an inspirational evil overlord.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah. He was, to be fair, there were so many. I loved loads of them. I loved loads of the characters. Just to skip ahead with you.
Yeah.
Georgie had some of the best lines in the entirety of the book.
Yes, Georgie was amazing.
How feral she was.
Mm-hmm.
Relatably feral.
Yes.
But I also liked a little brother Jasper, who was the goblin the heavy metal.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy metal goblin bard.
Also, just the golden retriever called Jasper in their first round.
And it's always Jasper.
Yes.
He's just a little kitty patootie.
Yeah, he's the perfect little brother.
Yeah. Oh, when they got the rooms in the tavern and they each got their own room, and Jasper's like, I don't mind sharing, and I'm like, because Jasper is younger than these guys, the rest of them who are middle graders. Mm-hmm. It must be a bit scary to be like, I'm in this new place and I've got to go into a room by myself, and I just want to bunk with somebody because I'm a bit scared. I kept expecting Jasper to turn up in Riley's room and be like,
under his bed or something.
Yeah, and then that's how he finds out about Barbarous. I
would have been okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that may have happened. But yeah. Oh, he's a little Labrador, he's so cute.
But now he's a goblin. He's a little tiny green goblin bard wearing a little leather vest. With his guitar. He's so cute. They're all amazing. I love all of their powers. I feel like they have... Since I'm not a person who plays, Dungeons and Dragons, I do play video games where you have to build teams and, defeat evil bad guys.
It's very much the similar.
It's very similar. But they have a very well-rounded team, I think. Mm. They've got they've got a magic user. Actually, multiple magic users, really, because Riley and they all can use some magic at some point. But, Georgie can transform into animals. She's really cool. She can be a falcon, and she turned into a bear at one point, and she turns into a wolf. So that's very cool. And
Simon the Minotaur Barbarian.
Yes. So you got to have your strong man who goes berserk. And Jasper has more like elemental powers, I think.
He's a
bard, yeah. But I feel like he can do some healing spells as well.
Well, that tends to be what bards can do as well. They have they play the tune that can calm and relax, or it's very psychic as well.
Yeah, and they can also boost others' abilities, so that's good. Yes.
But it makes sense as well because even D&D, I can't remember the spell name, but there is one where you play your instrument and basically lightning comes down.
Yeah. So
and how heavy metal is that?
That's really heavy metal. But he also uses ice magic at one point, which is very cool, from his cherry red axe. They're just so good. They all have chosen very nice, good, well-rounded characters.
Yes. But Riley, come on, you need to pick all of your spells. Don't half-arse your character creation.
That would be my favorite part, I think. And I don't know that I would ever really get anywhere in playing a game like Dungeons & Dragons because I would just want to keep building my character.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you do keep building your character as you play. That's part of it. Your character grows and increases and changes, and you get new spells and new attacks, and you learn different things, and you can diversify your character. So just because you're a bard doesn't mean that you can't cross-class and change things, which you can do. Obviously, there's just rules about it, but it's very much the same as an RPG visual game that you can, you build, you grow, and it's just you have more creative control over it.
Yeah.
And to be fair, there's also, and when I often play games, it's house rules as well. So just because the printed book says this thing doesn't mean that in the between your friends you don't agree certain changes, because especially for the DM, they will make certain things happen in order to help them tell the story. Mm-hmm. That's the job of a dungeon master, is to tell a story, not to kill the characters. So yeah, it's just you have more creative freedom to go absolutely buck wild. Yes, no, I fully enjoyed it, and it really scratched that RPG itch for me as well. And it helps, I think, for middle graders, introduce them into an RPG scenario as well. So I thought it was really, really fun. It was great. And I enjoyed the fact that they have to do the basics. You have to do the dungeon crawl. You have to do the escort missions. You have to do the retrieval task. You have to get a cat out of a freaking tree.
Yeah.
Those very basic things that no matter if it's a tabletop RPG or video game RPG, you go, oh God, I hate escort missions, or I hate having to spy on this person to see where they're going, or and you have to put in the grunt work. And they had to put in the grunt work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's really how you learn how to play the game, too, is doing those simple quests. So.
Well, that's life as well.
Yeah.
You do the simple stuff to learn the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
Which harkens back to this. So many life lessons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put in the hard work, take your time, baby steps, you'll get there.
Yeah. It bums me out that Riley is failing pre-algebra when he can do algebra. He does it every day in his real life, but he's failing because he can't test well. And that says a lot about the American education system.
That says a lot about the education system, no matter what country, because I do not agree with standardised testing.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I think there's a place for quote-unquote tests, but to sit in a room with 100 other people or whatever and have a booklet that you've got to work your way through, and they tell you, don't use a calculator, show you're working out. I'm sorry, but if I am doing some maths at home, my brain maths does not brain maths. I'll reach for a calculator and I'll do the sum that way.
Yeah.
it's not, the fact is, I know how to do I can work the calculator to create the big sum, but you're not going to get these mathematicians who, you're not going to get a mechanical engineer who needs to know all this fancy math.
And be able to do it in their head or be able to do it on a piece of paper. That's not how it works. That's not how things work.
It's not. And that is so frustrating. And that's where the educational system's always like, you must need to do this. It's like finding out that for my child, they have to, at a certain age, start using cursive handwriting.
Nobody uses that
anymore. Oh, my hand. I write cursive because I was forced into it. But I don't like it, and my handwriting is an absolute wreck. I sent you that sample.
Yes.
It's like, can you understand what I've written here?
No.
And to this day, nobody knows. It's still a mystery.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's these certain things. You must do this. As long as it's legible, it's fine.
Yeah.
I used to know somebody who used to write in the biggest slant. She was right-handed, but she wrote in a massive slant. And it was blocks. And it was always block capitals. But you could tell when it was a capital letter because it was bigger than the others. And the teachers used to go crazy and say, that's not how you write. But at the end of the day, she's legible.
Yeah, and she's doing the work.
And you know what? She's a lawyer now. She was a smart cookie.
Yeah.
And it's like, does it matter? No, it fucking doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Right, okay, I'm going to go off my soapbox now and do some heavy metal.
Can I tell you my surprise?
Yes.
I, honestly, from the moment that she appeared, thought Myra, the cute elf girl, was Magnus.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see why you would... I think maybe if it was a bit older, if it was a YA.
Yeah, maybe. But because we didn't see how he was transformed. And then this cute girl shows up and is hanging around Riley the whole time. And when she gave him the flower necklace, which obviously wasn't really that important, but we did mention it in the summary. Like, I thought, okay, she's put this flower necklace on him, and now he's going to be unable to use his powers. He's going to be under their control or something. He's going to be chained to Doomface now. Something. Nope, just a cutie little girl being a little cute.
She's a questing fangirl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I really thought it was going to be Magnus, and that's
I can definitely see that happening.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad at that. I thought Magnus would have interfered a little bit more.
Yeah,
I thought. I mean, obviously he was going to run off to Doomface and be his little minion, but I thought he would have. I mean, especially as a squeal, his tiny little thing, he can stay hidden. The illustration for the squeal is amazing. I thought he would have been interfering a little bit more, but he seemed to run off and then not come back till the end. Or maybe there would have been a bit more interaction between Magnus and Malt, Doomface's right-hand man, goblin, creature, minion. Because Malt, there's a cartoon character that Malt reminds me of, and I'm trying to... Do you know... it's Purple Dragon. Skylar? It's a video game. Skylar? Spyro.
Yeah, okay.
And the Skylanders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The child used to watch the cartoon, and I don't know if it's the same in the video games, but there was the bald minion. I'm going to have to look up the characters' names because this is... Spyro characters. Chaos. So it was the bad guy Chaos, who has a minion. Can't remember. So Spyro's got a minion in the cartoon. Not sure if it's the same in the TV in the game. In the TV show, he's got a minion, and Glumshanks. So Spyro is the purple dragon, whatever. Chaos is this little ball guy who wants to take over the world, but is Weasley and absolutely no good, and really isn't the big evil guy. He just thinks he is.
Mm-hmm.
But he has this Green Goblin sidekick, Glumshanks, who is sarcastic and fed up and miserable, but is the one that comes up with all of Chaos's ideas. And I got major Glumshanks vibes from Malt. And Glumshanks, the same as Malt, is the one who gives the ideas, to which Doomface / Chaos goes, "Ah yes, I've just had this brilliant idea to do this." And, I mean, is it a brilliant idea? That's subjective. But, yeah, that's the vibes that I was getting. So I was expecting Malt and Magnus to have a bit of a headbutting thing going on.
Yeah.
And Malt to basically stand on Magnus and make him squeal.
That would have been good. I kind of got a Zazu from Lion King vibe from Malt.
Yes.
Just a little advisor guy. He doesn't...
Grand Vizier.
Yeah, that's also good. Some Aladdin in there.
Yeah.
Iago.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe
Very
more
much
Iago than Zazu.
Yeah, you've got to have that sarcasm and that
Yeah.
like, sardonic wit.
Yeah.
And that sense of ennui.
Yes, there is some ennui.
I would love for a Thrash Force RPG book to be made.
Yes.
So
Same.
if Raj Sidhu could get onto that, that'd be great.
Yeah. I
And
think
want more
that
books in the series.
I think that he would have the ability to make a video game, because also in his real life, outside of writing this fantastic book, he teaches kids how to code. And he works in education. He's a coder, so he just needs to make this a video game.
Well, why am I sitting here not playing it?
I know. I don't know. We'll have to talk to him about it.
We need a game version of Thrash
We do
Force.
need a game version of Thrash Force. Is there anything else that we need to talk about right now, or should we move on to favorite final thought quote? There were so many.
I near plagiarised in the amount of pictures I took of the things. I've got 7.
Okay.
I'm just going to work my way down them. No, the time had come to do something that was equal parts brilliant, desperate, and maybe the teeniest bit unethical. Always get to that unethical place. This book is the most heavy metal thing I ever saw. Is that a good thing? Asked Simon. The best thing. Yes, Jasper. Yes, it is. I didn't conquer 1,000 worlds to be roasted by a prepubescent pipsqueak, squawked Doomface. This kid's a nobody, and he's razzing me like it's nothing. Has he no regard for his own hide? Does he value his innards so lightly? Nobody talks that way to I, Doomface, master of the 10th realm, slayer of the astral dragon, tyrant eternal! Give him his full title, but don't give him the respect he deserves.
Really?
I mean, gotta crawl before you can brawl, right? Unbelievable! The entrance to the tomb of some horrible eldritch artifact is hidden behind a pun.
That was so good. That was one of mine as well.
Last 2 I've got is, you live long enough and you'll learn, kid. Everybody makes their own monsters. Everyone's haunted by their own mistakes.
It's very true.
And that's why at 2 o'clock in the morning I'm awake. And my last one, he had to try things the hard way, even if it risked trying and failing. Because if he never tried, then he would always fail.
See?
There you go.
Life lessons.
Life lessons. Damn it.
Okay, let me share mine that I collected now. Starting out with, butts.
That has now entered the Easter family
butts.
lexicon of regular phrases.
Oh, butts. Nothing good ever came from the patriarchy.
It's true.
Oh, Georgie. Why even bother being immortal if no one's trying to murder you? Maybe everything made up is real somewhere. That one I really like. I really like that one. Oh God, this one. This is of Riley's parents, which we didn't really get to see much of in the summary or in the book, really.
No.
If you wanted to, his mom had once said, you could be president, Riley. But not vice president, his father had quickly added, or we'll die of shame. And they had all laughed and laughed. And finally, this is why you don't mess with necromancy, kids. Bringing stuff back from the dead gets weird.
Love it. Love it. I want to mess with necromancy.
Me too. So good. Everything about this book was amazing. Okay, is it time? Is it time then for Would You Rather? Pew, pew, pew.
It is time. Let's have some pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew pew. Pew, 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 pew. I pew pewed with my
You did.
axe.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew 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 pew. Yeah. Thank you, Sandima's hair. We asked on social media, potentially one of the most important questions we've ever posed.
It's really a very good question.
It made me hungry, and I'm hoping it made everybody else hungry. Would you rather eat fried potatoes, mashed potatoes, or baked potatoes? And I feel like this is the one question where there is no wrong answer.
Correct. This is correct.
So, it's fine. Facebook opted for fried with 54%. Mashed was 27% and baked was 18%. On Instagram, mashed one was 67%, and fried and baked both had 17%.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
But I think a potato. You have a potato, you are winning.
Yeah. No
So
matter
there's no answer.
what, you are the winner.
Insert potato emoji here.
Yes.
We had comments, lots of lovely comments from people who want a potato.
Yes.
Katrina on Facebook said fried potatoes, so that had a bit of crunch.
Emily on Facebook said, I love French fries, so naturally, I went with fried potatoes.
Claire on Facebook said, I mean, any of these I would be happy with. Correct answer. But I'll say fried.
Annie on Facebook said, mashed potatoes smothered with a nice veggie broth.
Interesting. Coral on Facebook said, love all of the above, but give me a loaded baked potato with cheese, sour cream and chives, and I'll be happy. Oh.
Minus the sour cream for me, but
I love sour cream.
do not love sour cream.
I'll have your sour cream.
Okay, I will get it on the side and give it to you.
Thank you.
Brent on Facebook said fried with cheese and bacon.
Candice on Facebook is also having fried potatoes.
So is so is Joe Rowland, author on Instagram, also fried.
Well, Colin on Facebook said, I'll have mash, please. Nice, creamy, buttery, tasty mash with a well-made in the middle and loads of gravy. Proper gravy, and not that weird stuff you colonials call gravy. Poured into it. Maybe the odd sausage or two to make a good solid bangers and mash. Nothing better than a bit of bangers and mash when you've slaughtered a battalion of enemy combatants and stuck your pointy thing through their commander. Fried potatoes made me think of fried green tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. And ooh, what needs that? Jackets are good, but I struggle to get excited by them. Not that mash gets me excited as such, just more interested or something. Come to your own conclusions.
My conclusion is that Colin likes mashed potatoes.
It doesn't have it very regularly, I will admit.
Finally, Real Jackson Ford, author bestie on Instagram, says baked. Always. I wonder that about him, though. He seems like he would enjoy all sorts of potatoes because he has a lot of culinary interests.
Yes, but I think when we're giving 3 options, that's going to be the option to choose.
Baked? You choose baked?
Personally, yes. If I'm just going to give you the simple answer, I'm going to choose a baked potato or a jacket potato. I love a jack with a crispy skin. I love a loaded one if you get them from the restaurant. Like, often they're on the side. Just give me the potato.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Don't need... It's too much otherwise to have it with the main meal. I'll just quite happily. And sometimes all I want is a buttery baked potato or just a cheesy baked potato. I am...
It does sound very good.
Meal. Yeah. Or maybe some chili.
Chili
I
would
love
be
a baked
good.
potato.
I like a baked potato with broccoli and cheese.
Nice.
Also,
It's a blue cheese.
being in America, fan of putting ranch dressing on a potato.
Yes. I'm experimenting with different ranch dressings currently. We're experimenting because the child does enjoy a ranch. He screams it often.
Good.
I'm getting different ones.
Good.
So far, Paul Newman's is winning.
Okay.
Out of the ones available, and Kraft is
Sure.
best,
Yes.
but Paul Newman's winning out of the ones we've tried.
Do you have the ranch dressing mix? It's like a powdered packet.
I've not seen it. I have tried to keep my eyes open for it because I think you can get it on mail order from places.
Well, maybe I can just put some in your, upcoming gifts that I send you.
Ooh, that would be cool. Because you just mix it with, like, meal or something, don't
Yeah,
you?
you can mix it with sour cream.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
You can mix it in. Yeah.
Can I tell you about my potato-based dream the other night?
I think that
Since
you
it's quite
should.
relevant.
Can I just answer real quick that I'm going to
Yes.
choose fried potatoes with like some peppers and onions and bacon and cheese and all of that? Okay, now please tell me your potato dream.
Well, actually, mine links to fried potato, not baked potato. I had a dream the other night with my nana, who passed away 11 years ago, and I never dream about my nana, but I had this dream with my nana, and we were in a theme park, and we were walking to go meet Colin and the child, and she said, "Ooh, I'm going to come with you because there's a shop there that sells the best Parmesan potatoes."
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, thank you. I've been thinking about this since this dream, and it was essentially a fried potato or like a roasted potato, like an air fry or roast in the oven, where they covered it in olive oil and then loads and loads of like dry Parmesan and then crisped it up. And I've been thinking about this since that dream, so I'm going to have to try.
You're
some
going to
of these.
have to do that. Yeah, they're delicious. That's a thing. Yeah, so you're going to have
Is
to
it
do
a
that.
thing?
Yeah.
My god.
We put Parmesan on everything.
I love Parmesan. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to have to make these Parmesan dream potatoes.
Yes, please make your dream potatoes and then tell everybody about it.
I will take photographs, and yes, I will tell everybody, because Parmesan and potato. Hello.
Yeah.
So yeah, so even though I'm picking baked, I am excited to try these Parmesan potatoes.
Okay, very good.
Cool.
All right.
Next question.
Next question. Would you rather be a heavy metal goblin bard, a moon elf shapeshifter, a demonic infernal sorcerer, or a minotaur barbarian? Demonic infernal sorcerer.
Ovs with your immunity to fire. Nice.
Yeah.
I've played an elf before. I'm not interested in mine at all. I'm gonna go heavy metal goblin bard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down the heavy metal goblin bard route. I mean, demonic
fine.
infernal sorcerer is fun.
Yeah.
Who
But
doesn't love some horns?
right. But like really in the world of this book, Jasper's pretty adorable. He's pretty fantastic.
And Jasper's really good.
Yeah.
Like, I almost think he's level 2 or 3 already.
Yeah.
With the spells that he's mixing out there.
I feel like Jasper probably, because he's younger than everybody else, probably feels like he has to try a little harder to keep up. So he's probably going around and playing his cherry red axe for like squirrels and maybe even some squeals, and he's just doing it to entertain them because he's tiny and precious. And I feel like he's gained some extra XP with that. I think you're right.
Oh, 100%, because I think he's definitely a practice makes perfect kind of heavy metal goblin.
Yeah.
Plus, love goblins. Goblins are amazing.
Yeah.
Goblins don't get enough love.
No. Goblins need some love.
They do.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna stick with being a demonic sorcerer. I mean, that just seems me.
If you'd picked anything else, I'd be like, "Are you okay?
Are you sick today?
Do you need some fruit snacks or nap?"
Yeah.
I mean, the answer is probably yes. You do need nap.
Yes, both of those. Yeah, sure.
Yes, but yeah. Would you rather? And you can be a demonic infernal sorcerer for this.
Okay.
Fight skeletons trapped in the outhouse or phantoms trapped in the walls.
I don't really want to go into the outhouse.
It's not going to be that big. It's like a 2x2.
But it's also going to smell really bad. And also, this one's for you, Claire. You don't like things trapped in the walls, so I'm going to fight the phantoms for you to keep you safe.
Well, you fight the phantoms for me trapped in the walls, and I will go and fight the skeletons trapped in the outhouse. But because I'm going to be a heavy metal goblin bard, I can do it at a distance with
Smart.
my heavy metal music.
Yes. Yeah.
Magic spells.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm going to basically make the outhouse explode.
That's really great. Oh, I just had a...
Poo everywhere.
I just had a vision of one of the Friday the 13th movies, and there is a couple, and they're in like a porta potty, so they're in an outhouse, and the guy is inside and his girlfriend is outside, and they're like heavy metal couple, and the guy is inside trying to use the bathroom, and he can't because for reasons he can't, and so he starts singing, and then his girlfriend starts singing too, so that's really appropriate, and they go, ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh baby, while he's trying to poop. And then he gets murdered.
That would put me off
then he gets murdered. So it's fine because murder happens.
Yay!
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby. And that's your song.
I would be singing, I know what you're doing.
Oh God, now it's going to be stuck in my head all day.
You're welcome.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby. Anyway, would you rather turn into a wolf, a falcon, or a bear?
Oh, now, I know I've said bear in the past when we've had similar questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking bear.
Yes, end. I always say bear, so
well,
I'm gonna say bear.
I mean, to be fair, bears are disarming. They've got the cutest little ears.
Yes.
And they're so cuddly. And they're like, hello, I'm just a bear. I look so innocent. Death.
Yes, I like it.
However, I could be a demonic stable falcon. That could be interesting. I'm going to change my mind. For once, no bear is always in my heart.
Right.
But I'm thinking I might be a falcon this time.
You're going to choose
and
falcon.
Have really, really cool talons.
Yes.
And rip out the soft flesh.
Yeah.
I'm going for the belly.
Yes, good.
and then peck your eyes out.
I think I'm also going to be a falcon, but it's just for the sound, you know? Just for the sound. And also, you know, flying, you can get away. You can dive bomb.
Like falcons, do they? Remember you said the falcons don't sound like falcons.
No, it's the eagle that doesn't sound like an eagle, because the eagle's voice, whenever you see an eagle anywhere, is replaced with falcon sound.
Right.
Because eagles are like, ah! Just a little, very ridiculous sound that the eagles make.
I knew there was a random bird fact that you had.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Red-tailed falcon, I believe, is the sound of an eagle whenever you hear an eagle.
We got very distracted listening to those.
We did.
Okay, last question. Would you rather tediously side quest your way to experience points, or fight a monster that dangerously outlevels you, hoping to win?
Okay, I have to be fair and honest here. I am currently playing a video game, and I am unable to defeat a boss that I need to defeat. Do I go back and fight other things? No, I keep trying to kill the boss over and over and over and over again.
The definition of madness.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fight a monster that dangerously outlevels me, hoping to win, because you got to figure out a plan in order to do that. You gotta learn some extra spells. You have to use what you have creatively. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, my natural state is to tediously side quest my way to experience points, to the point of being so OP that I go up against the big boss and I'm like, flick, and done. I did that with Cult of the Lamb recently, and I enjoy the side quests. I'm easily distracted by the side quests, and side quests are really fun. I had a side quest in one of the RPGs I played where it was shopping.
Good.
So in Thrash Force, when they actually spend the day going to shop, I have done that in an RPG before.
Yeah.
I even had a quest where I had to buy a new apartment. So I gained XP going and buying a new apartment before.
That's really nice.
Because it's creative play, isn't it? It's like, okay, we don't always have to beat things up, do we? And we did too. Me and my friends decided to derail the GM straight away because they were very, you have to do A, B, C, and D. You have to do that. They couldn't really think outside the box. So, they were very new, bless them. And we were like, well, we want to mess with them because we were getting sick of this, having to essentially follow the track along, which I think is the same sometimes with video games. If you have that branch of being able to be open world, it's a little bit more interesting than just having to just perform the story that they're dictating to you, having that open world aspect. So the quest was we had to go into a tavern and beat these goblins or whatever up. So we just burnt the tavern down, totally derailing the entire thing, which made the DM go, oh shit, you've done it. You've got the XP for it because you killed everybody in because you barred all the doors. What do you want to do now? So yeah, give me the side quests. I want that XP. I want that tasty XP. Depending what colour it is, it could taste nice and fruity.
It could. Now I just want to go and play Rune Factory.
Yeah. There's a new game that I want to play. I don't know what... My friend John told me about it, and it's called Tiny Books. And it's about a tiny bookshop. And I just want to play it. I want to get that and play that. Yeah. Shall we go and play? Let's go and do some recommendations. And
we got to
play some video games.
Just wrap
and then
this
have
up.
A nap.
Just wrap this up. Yes. Okay, I agree. If you liked this, try this. What are you going to
I
suggest?
am, this week, going to recommend a graphic novel.
Hey, me
It's
too.
the first... Cool. It's the first in a trilogy. It's called Lightfall, The Girl and the Golden Run by Tim Probert. It is beautifully illustrated. It is beautiful. I've read the first one. I haven't read the other ones, but my child assures me that the rest of the series is just as good. So the summary, it's actually from Waterstones, is deep in the heart of the planet Urpa stands the salty pig's house of tonics and tinctures, home of the wise pig wizard and his adopted granddaughter Bee. As keepers of the endless flame, they live in a quiet and peaceful life, crafting medicines and potions for the people of their once prosperous world. All that changes one day when, while walking through the woods, Bee meets Cad, a member of the Goldreans, an ancient race thought to be long extinct. Cad believes that if anyone can help him find his missing people, it's the pig wizard. But when the two arrive home, the pig wizard is nowhere to be found. All that's left is the jar of the endless flame and a mysterious note. Fearing for the pig wizard's safety, Bee and Cad set out across Urpa to find him, while danger fights its way around out of the shadows and into the light. Will these two unexpected friends find the beloved pig wizard and prevent eternal darkness from blanketing their world, or has Urpa truly seen its last sunrise? The pig wizard is literally a pig.
It's fantastic.
He is a pig wizard. He's losing his memory. And Cad is this weird frog-looking thing, but he's not a frog. But he's just so goofy and doofy. But he's like your best friend in a cuddly Labrador, but he's also huge and kick-ass. And then there's like a T-Rex looking character who's in it who gives them really nice omelettes. And a literal weasel who's a weasel. And giant crabs attack them at one point.
It's fantastic. It sounds amazing.
And the evil is these really gnarly looking crows. If you think Dark Crystal, you wouldn't be too far off the mark. It's really good. I've only read the first one so far and I'm invested.
Okay, good.
Picked it because it's an adventure story.
Yeah. Hashtag
very
tenuous
much an
link.
RPG. Yeah, it's tenuous, but it's not tenuous. It's not an RPG, but it is an adventure story that you could imagine it being done in an RPG, D&D style. What do you got?
My suggestion is also a graphic novel, but there are really no hashtag tenuous links here, except for the fact that it's also middle grade. It's called...
I don't know. What's it called?
It's called Free Piano, Not Haunted. By Whitney
I would
Gardner.
argue that the two friends...
The two friends are Jasper, for sure.
Very Jasper and Georgie.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. This is the one that I mentioned earlier in the show that I accidentally read the whole thing. And that we're accidentally...
Told me, and then I accidentally read the whole thing.
And then
we decided...
accidentally going to cover it next month.
Yeah, spoilers. It's available in the library.
It is. Okay, here's the summary. The piano is free, but fame has a price. On the sleepy streets of Cascade Cove, lonely Margot knows that when she stumbles across a discarded synthesizer with a "not haunted" sign, she's discovered the key to realizing her dreams. Determined to become a real songwriter and earn her absent father's admiration, Margot dives headfirst into trying to gain followers and fans online. But her musical journey takes an unexpected turn when she realizes the "not haunted" piano is very much haunted. Intervision, teen pop sensation of 1979, whose untimely demise left her spirit intertwined with the keys of her synthesizer. Though Margot and Vision couldn't be more different, the girls form an unlikely bond fueled by their shared passion for music. But as Margot's obsession with fame and recognition grows, she may come dangerously close to losing what she loves about music and herself. So there are some good life lessons, hashtag tenuous link, in that one.
We love a hashtag tenuous link.
We do. Also ghosts. That also counts for something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, considering when Grimm's bugs being attacked by ghosts, a poltergeist,
Yeah,
and other
it's the same.
undead, it's the same.
It's definitely the same.
I'm seeing nothing tenuous here. What do we have in the new and indie spotlight?
Okay, so the new and indie spotlight. This one has actually come out already. It came out at the end of July. And it is called Another by Paul Tremblay. And we have covered Paul Tremblay on the show before, but this one is his middle grade debut. So it felt like it was a pretty good fit for this episode. When Casey Wilson's parents tell him that his friend is coming for a sleepover, he has no idea who that might be. Ever since the Zoom incident, everyone treats him like a pariah, and his tics are worse than ever. When Morel appears, he's not like any friend Casey has ever met. His skin is like clay, and he doesn't speak. But Casey's parents are charmed by the strange kid, and it's nice to have someone to talk to besides his sister, Allie, who is away at college. As his normally loving parents grow distant from Casey, they gush and fawn over Morel. Casey knows something is wrong, but with no end in sight to the sleepover, he's exhausted. And in the dark, out of the corner of his eye, Morel doesn't look like a kid at all.
Oh, spooky.
Very spooky. But there's another middle grade book for our list.
Damn.
I know.
It's ever increasing.
I know. Okay, that brings us to the end of this episode of Fictional Hangover. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire.
Join us next time as we discuss Romancing the Inventor by Gail Carriger. Look out for our Would You Rather polls and monthly challenges on social media. Don't forget about our book club on Discord. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite Fictional Hangover-themed merchandise, and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book. Thrash Force.
You can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.